Most of us have dreamed of owning an exclusive tropical island. Brendon Grimshaw was different. He actually bought Moyenne, an island in the Seychelles, making his dream a reality. It's truly inspiring and shows that anything is possible with dedication. In 1962, Grimshaw made the first visit to the breathtaking Seychelles and its 115 islands, 8 of which are populated. This destination in the Indian Ocean left a deep impression on him. Back then, he worked as an editor for some of the largest newspapers in East Africa. It was a great opportunity to gain insights into the news industry and develop his journalism skills. Tanzania had finally declared independence the year before, and Kenya happily followed a year later. Grimshaw, an Englishman, had an understanding that jobs like his would soon be taken on by the locals. With unemployment looming on the horizon, Grimshaw started looking for a new path in life, one that introduced him to nature and its beauty. His dreams of owning land in Seychelles even had him pondering buying his own island.
And so I caught a boat from Mombasa and I came to Seychelles. But after I'd been in the islands for about a week, I suddenly realized that this is what I wanted. That I wanted a place in the Seychelles. I spent 3 weeks looking, and I didn't find anything. Came the end of my holiday, the last day, I went to visit a lawyer in his office, and his telephone rang. Now, I tell youngsters, it always pays to be polite, because if I hadn't been polite on this particular day, I wouldn't be sitting on the island as I am now. I got up and went to look out of the window, so I was away from the telephone conversation, and I looked down into the street, and along was coming a guy, 18-year-old guy, and he looked up and said, "Hey, you want to buy an island?"
Grimshaw signed an agreement to pay £8,000 for Moyenne. He owned an island. But he would soon realize purchasing Moyenne was much simpler than caring for it. Despite being small in size, restoring the gorgeousness of Moyenne Island was no small feat. It required tremendous effort and dedication to bring the island back to its natural beauty. A combination of neglect and heavy-handed human intervention had left Moyenne a true mess. The island was an overgrown mess with weeds and thick vegetation. It was a sad sight to behold, as no birds were seen in the vicinity and rats had taken over, running through the undergrowth. In his journey to transform the island, Grimshaw had a reliable companion, the 19-year-old René Antoine Lafortune, son of a local fisherman. The two became fast friends and worked incredibly hard to clear away the brush, planting trees and paving paths through difficult terrain. All the hard work paid off in the end. It was definitely worth all the effort.
With my colleague, and this I have not really mentioned enough, to be honest, a guy called René Lafortune, who was the son of the fisherman who was the guardian of the island before I came here. He started to work with me when he was 19, and what I didn't do, he did, or what he didn't do, I did, and so it worked very well. And now there's only me, and it becomes a little bit difficult.
Grimshaw put his heart and soul into this project without any hesitation, and it became a lifelong passion. Initially, Grimshaw had the noble ambition to preserve Moyenne from the ill effects of overdevelopment. He wanted to build a peaceful and humble island home where he could spend the remainder of his life happily. But the bigger picture was to leave a beautiful legacy that would stay protected after his passing. He wanted to build a natural paradise that not only he, but generations to come, could enjoy. As Grimshaw worked to clear the unkept northwestern corner of Moyenne, he came across 2 graves. Their tombstones read, "Unhappily unknown." Excited by his discovery, Grimshaw was elated that pirates from many years before were laid to rest on the island. One of its beaches even bears the name Pirates Cove as a reminder of this historic event. According to local legend, the graves contain 2 unassuming pirate crew members who were slain by 2 infamous pirate captains. This was done so that the deceased souls could linger on the island and safeguard any hidden treasure. The Seychelles saw an influx of tourists in the 1980s, and it quickly became a dream destination for those looking to escape. With that came offers of huge amounts of money to buy Moyenne Island from Grimshaw. But he wasn't budging, even when faced with offers as high as $50 million. With the years rolling by, Grimshaw was getting increasingly conscious of the fact that he had limited time to protect the island's future. Knowing he couldn't pass on the custodianship to any children, Grimshaw decided to take action soon after Renee passed away in 2007. He was absolutely determined to protect the island and laid down a plan for doing it. His agreement with the Seychelles Ministry of Environment in 2009 played a crucial role in this. The deal included Moyenne to be part of a marine park, but gave it special privileges. So, Moyenne Island National Park, the world's smallest, was established. It's now up to the Moyenne Island Foundation to make sure Grimshaw's wishes are actualized. It's not hard to think of Grimshaw as an eccentric individual. He ventured off on his own, bought an island, held on to the belief of pirates, and dedicated his life into creating something out of nothing. What an amazing feat! The Seychellois people are incredibly thankful for the great gift he left to their nation. Sadly, Grimshaw passed away in 2012 and was laid to rest next to his father, who came to live with him later, and the 2 unknown buccaneers. As per his wish, Grimshaw's tombstone reads, "Moyenne taught him to open his eyes to the beauty around him and say thank you to God." In his will, he clearly expressed his ultimate desires and hopes for the future. Moyenne Island is to be maintained as a venue for prayer, peace, tranquility, relaxation, and knowledge for Seychellois and visitors from overseas of all nationalities, colors, and creeds.